Hello and welcome back to the second part of paper 2 from October-November 2025. This is for the 15-mark pseudocode question, and it's based around an archery competition. This is the final question and it is worth 15 marks. It's IGCSE Computer Science and it's 0478. So as you know, the paper is worth 75 marks and this final question, the pseudocode one, is worth 15 marks. Here it is. I'm going to read this to you. The scores for each competitor in an archery competition are recorded. The one-dimensional array, 1D array, contains competitor name. This is used to store the names of the competitors. The maximum number of competitors for this competition is 30. There are 10 rounds in the competition with a maximum score of 30 per round. The two-dimensional array competitor score, stores the scores in each of the 10 rounds for each competitor. The first index in the array competitor score is the same as the index of the competitor in competitor names. So the first competitor might be 0, might be Adele, and Adele appears in competitor scores as 0, and her scores are recorded. So in competitor name it might be 0 equals Adele. The competitor scores, there are 10 scores that when she participated in the games. After the 10 rounds have been completed, the highest score and the lowest score for each competitor are discarded. The overall score for each competitor is the total of the 8 remaining scores after discarding the highest and the lowest score. Where are we? A competitor with an overall score of 210 or more moves on to the next round of the competition. A competitor with an overall score between 180 and 209 inclusive becomes a reserve competitor for the next round. And a competitor with an overall score of below 180 does not qualify and does not get a chance of going through to the next round. Write a program that meets the following requirements. Inputs a total score out of 30 for each competitor in each of the rounds. Validates each input so that it is, validation, between 0 and 30 inclusive. Calculates the overall score for each competitor discarding the highest and the lowest score. Outputs the name of each competitor as if they move on to the next competition, are a reserve, or that they do not qualify. So which of the 3 would each competitor sort of fit into? Calculates and outputs the number of competitors who, basically qualified for the next competition, are reserved competitors or do not qualify. You must use pseudocode or program code and add comments to explain how your code works. You do not need to declare any arrays or variables. Assume that this has already been done. All inputs and outputs must contain suitable messages. I don't think I've done that, but okay, I didn't read that bit. Final question, 50 marks, a step-by-step walkthrough. That's what I've done. We are looking at arrays, validation, loops, and totals is what we're going to get marks on. The goal for the students is to decode the data structure, plan the loops, then write the answer in a clear order. We're going to earn marks for correct use of 1D and 2D arrays, input with validation for every round scored, discard the highest and lowest scores and total the remaining 8, output the correct category for each competitor, and count qualified reserves and non-qualified competitors. So step 1, we're going to read the questions like a checklist. These questions here. We've got competitor name, which stores the names, and then we've got competitor scores. I've separated, this is a 2D array, so I've separated it with a comma, stores 10 scores for each of the competitors. For each competitor, find the highest and lowest score and remove both and total the remaining 8 scores. Decisions needed, if statements basically, based on the overall, the qualified, the reserve, and the non-qualified. Extra marks, count how many competitors end up in each of the 3 groups, potentially. So, step 2, draw the arrays before you code. This is a great idea. So for the first array, I've put some fake names in here. Obviously there are 30 competitors. I've not put all 30 in here, and each one of those competitors, for example here, Asha, whose index value is 0, index value here is 0, and there are 10 rounds, round 1, round 2, round 3, right up to round 10. Bilal here and Chen here. The first index is competitor score, matches the index in competitor name. So let's have a little look at this again. This stores one piece of data per competitor, as you can see here. Competitor 0 equals Asha. Competitor name 1 equals Bilal. Okay, one piece of information. Okay, hence no comma. But the 2D array, go on to here, as you can see here, competitor score 2,4 means competitor 2, round 5. So, as you can see here, competitor, so I've got Asha, round 1, and her score was 24. Okay, I've got Asha, round 2, okay, and the score there was 21. Okay, so position values, the index values, and then competitor 1, Bilal, okay, or Ben, I've changed his name because I can't pronounce Bilal, round 1. So plan the answer in order the examiner expects. Set the counters to 0. You'll see this in a moment. Qualified, reserved, or non-qualified. Everything starts at 0. We're going to loop through the competitors. So I'm going to use a for loop for this. Okay. We're going to input the 10 scores inside. So it's going to be a loop inside a loop. So for each loop where we'll do a competitor, we're going to put a loop inside that for the scores. We're going to track the highest and lowest, update all 3 while the scores are being entered. We're going to work out the overall the total, overall score, minus the highest, minus the lowest. So the overall score is going to be the total of all the scores, minus the highest score, minus the lowest score. We're going to do the output plus the count category. We're going to say what happens to that competitor, then update the correct counter. Okay, whether the reserves, the qualified, or the non-qualified. That is the order. They're the 6 steps we're going to try and achieve, try and do. Okay. So just to try and show you this, one example, a worked example, one competitor. The first one, as I say, Asha's 10 rounds. She scored all of these. Okay, we've inputted the scores. Next, we find out the total. So we add all those scores together and we get a total. Okay. We look at these scores and we find the highest and we find the lowest. Yeah, and then we're going to create an overall score, which is going to be total minus highest minus lowest. Overall, 233 minus 30 minus 18. Yeah, to get an overall score. Removes the highest and the lowest. Okay, the next step, step 4, Asha, obviously the first competitor, scored 185. So 185 is between 180 and 209, so Asha, she is a reserve competitor. Step 5, we update the counter, reserve equals reserve plus 1, and then output Asha is a reserve. Okay, so that is what we're going to do as we whiz through. One easy mark is usually lost when students forget to validate every round score. So let's have a little look at this. What the loop is doing, what this looping thing is going to be doing. For one competitor, the inner loop repeats 10 times. For each time the program asks for a score, checks that it's valid, then stores it in competitor score, competitor round. Okay, so we're going to enter score for round 1. Is it between 0 and 30? If it's valid, it stores and updates it. If it isn't, then it won't enter it. So a best practice, we're going to repeat, we're going to output a message, we're going to input a score. We're going to repeat this until the score sits between 0 and 30. Okay, it's greater than or equal to 0, less than or equal to 30. Okay, so that's a nice little bit of validation there to make sure that the scores are entered properly. Going back to what we've just said, we've got Asha's scores. A high score was 30, a low score was 10. Total starts at 0 and adds these scores to the score every time. Okay, the highest changes whenever a bigger score is found. Okay, the lowest changes whenever a smaller score is found. The total of all the scores is this. We remove 30, we remove 18 to get 185. Puts Asha, as I said before, in reserve. Okay, so that's what we're doing here. So we're adding these to the counters, the qualified counter, the reserve counter, the non-qualified counter. So those slides there are a basic overview of what we've got to do. Okay, the counting is sort of gone into a great deal of detail as to what the challenge is asking us to do. So I'm going to start writing the code, yeah, and I'm going to set the counters. I'm going to initialize all my counters. Qualified is set to 0, reserve is set to 0, and non-qualified is set to 0. Okay, setting up the counters to keep track. How many qualify, how many reserves, how many do not qualify. Think of these as tallies, okay? We're going to ask the user how many competitors there are, okay, in the competition. This controls how many times basically we're going to run that first loop. Okay. And for competitor 0 to 2, number of competitors, what does this mean? This loop runs once for each competitor. If there are 5 competitors, this loop will run 5 times. Okay, this loop here. We'll use the index to access arrays like competitor name, competitor score. Okay, does that make sense? So I've outputted, so output, enter number of competitors, input, can you please tell me how many competitors there are? So if somebody enters 5, we start at 0, so it's going to be number of competitors minus 1, so it would be 0 to 4. Okay, based on that, I've just sort of skipped this bit and I've moved straight onto the start of the for loop. So got the for loop, we're going to output, enter competitor's name, input the name of the competitor. For example, I've put some different names in here. This time it's going to be Ali, who's going to be in position 0, and Sam is going to be in position 1. And we've got 30 competitors. So the total, 0, the highest, minus 1, the lowest. Okay, 31. So before processing the scores, we reset the total sums to 0, the highest to track the maximum score, and the lowest to track the minimum score. So y minus 1 and y minus 30, well, scores are between 0 and 31. So any real score will replace these values. So let's start it off. We've got the loop inside the loop, so we're going to go from round 0 to 9 because there are 10 rounds. Yeah. Input, validate, and store and process 10 separate scores for each of the competitors. Okay. Each competitor has 10 scores. This loop handles all 10 rounds. So let's look at this a little bit more detail. So we're going to repeat. Okay. Output, enter score for round. Yeah. Round plus 1. Input the score. Validation, make sure, and I told you this before, so keep going, repeat that and make sure that the score, validate the score to make sure it is between 0 and 30. In the competitor score array, we've got the name of the competitor and what are the position, the index value of the competitor, and the index value of that score, okay, in that 2-dimensional array. Okay, so score has been added to that, and then the total has got total plus score. If score is greater than the highest, then score has been put into the highest. Okay. If the score is less than the lowest, then the lowest, it gets updated with that score value. Okay. So it keeps looping round, checking to see whether we've got a highest or a lowest score. Okay. Get a valid score, store it, add it to the total, update the highest and the lowest. So to try and recap, make sure the score is valid. Keep asking for a score until it's between 0 and 30. This is our validation. Okay, save the score in the table row equals competitor, column equals round. Okay, keep a running total of all 10 scores. Check if the highest score, is bigger than, update the highest, and again for the lowest. And then finally, we're going to go back and repeat for the next score until we've got all 10 of the score entries in this array, in this 2D array. Once we've done that, okay, calculate and decide on the results. We're going to add all the scores, all 10 scores, then we're going to remove, as you can see here, so all 10 scores are totaled, then we're going to remove the highest score and the lowest score from the total, and that's going to be called our overall. That's going to be our variable overall for this. So that's going to be our overall for this. If the overall, this is where we've got the if statements, if the overall is greater than or equal to 210, then qualified gets updated, okay, and then competitor has been given a qualified, whichever index value, whatever the name is of that competitor, they get issued with qualified. Then qualified gets an additional 1 added onto it. The qualified tally goes up 1. Yep, we update the qualified counter and then add 1 to the number of competitors who qualified. For the reserve, we're going to check if the competitor is a reserve. Basically, we're going to use these scores, 180 to 209, basically 1 less than this. Okay, and then we're going to update the reserve counter. Okay, and then finally, if they don't qualify, if the score is below 180, basically the output result, we're going to display the competitor's name and their final result. Okay, so finally, final thing, loop is complete now, and we're going to output the totals. So all I've done here, I've just said qualified, and I'm going to do the number of qualified, the reserves, number of reserves, and the not qualified, the number of not qualified. Not added any names or anything to this, just qualified, reserved, not qualified. So I'm outputting the number of qualified, the number of reserve, and the number of not qualified. Just nice and simply like that. I suppose I could go into a little bit more detail about these based on the question, but I think that basically sums it all up. So, final student advice for a 15-mark question. This is what I would do. Sketch your arrays. Draw your arrays on your piece of paper. It shows the examiner that you know what you're talking about. Okay? Write the loops. The outer loop for the competitors, whatever you're doing, and the inner loop. There is generally always a loop within a loop. Okay? Update the values as you input. Total, highest, and lowest. We need to set some counters at the very beginning. Set them to 0 and then tally them up as we go through the loops. And then finish with the output. Output each competitor's result. And then output the 3 final counts. Best advice, turn every bullet point in the question into one visible block of pseudocode. Label it up. Tell the examiner what you're answering. Put it in as a comment. What part is this answering in terms of the bullet points, in terms of the questions? Common mistakes. I'm going to share the full code with you on the next slide, but what I want you to consider: forgetting validation inside the loop. Okay, just if it's asking for a value, just make sure you're using repeat until. That's usually a good one. Repeat until there's a score between this and this, or there's an amount between this and this. Okay, not resetting the total, the highest and the lowest. Again, at the very beginning, make sure that they're all reset to 0. Missing next competitor. The outer loop must continue until all the competitors have been processed. Missing, this means the algorithm is incomplete. Okay, not outputting the final totals and then using the wrong boundaries. Okay, so there's some of the common mistakes that were picked up apparently in this question on the exam paper. This is my final code. Hope you can read it. So I've initialized the counters. Okay, entering the number of competitors. This is going to be my outer loop, the for loop here for my competitors, and then I've got inside the inner loop for the rounds. Okay, and make sure that the rounds are between 0 and 9, or basically 10 rounds, 10 scores are added. Okay, validation, repeat until, as I mentioned. Yeah, the competitor score has been updated. There's the 2D array, 1D array and a 2D array. Okay, determine the highest and the lowest score. Remove the highest and the lowest score. Once we've got all the rounds put in, remove the highest and lowest scores to create an overall. If that variable overall is this value over 210, then this competitor is qualified. If it's less than 110, but a bit greater than or equal to 180, then they're in the reserves. And if it's less than 180, basically anything else, then they've not qualified. Obviously, we need to do the outputs. You could do a better message than me, but we just put the outputs in to show that. That's it. That's all you would need to do. That's all you would need to show.